Right now, former President Jimmy Carter is receiving hospice care at his home in Georgia.
According to his foundation, that decision was made after Carter's health began to decline. Today, 13 WREX talked to a former delegate for Carter when he was president. But first, let's take a look at how the situation has unfolded. This past weekend, it was announced that Carter was going to be put into hospice care after recent trips to the hospital. Carter is the oldest living former president at 98 and has already beaten cancer in 2015. His foundation did not release any information as to what caused his most recent hospitalizations. A former delegate of his and former alderman for the city of Rockford remembers who the former president was.
That's right. 13 WREX's Dylan Valencia sat down with Michael Rotello to learn more about his personal tie with Jimmy Carter. Dylan.
That's right, Michael Rotello admired Jimmy Carter greatly, and today sharing his memorabilia from his time supporting former President Carter and recalling how great of a man he is. Take a look.
I'm in the reception line and goes, "Hi, Mike." I said, "Hi, Mr. President." It's strange because it's not the kind of thing you're used to.
Michael Rotello recalls his love for politics since he was a young boy, never imagining that a president of the United States.
Another friend of mine was in the line. He said, "Oh, he remembered your name." I said, "Yeah, I had no idea."
Rotello, a former alderman for the city of Rockford, admired Jimmy Carter and what he stood for, eventually becoming a delegate for him at the young age of 22 in 1976.
I liked his talk, and I went up to a staffer of his and said I'd really like to be involved and help out.
Since he was 12, collecting buttons from different political elections, having thousands and particularly hundreds from Carter's campaigns.
You know, so you start trading buttons. It becomes kind of a fun thing to do during the convention.
Rotello sharing photos of the two.
So this is me, and I'm ready to introduce this gentleman, and he was going to introduce the president. This is Chip Carter, who's President Carter's son, I believe his middle son. This is myself. This is my dad and my mother.
After hearing of the news of Jimmy Carter's health update, he is honored to have had the experiences he's had with him.
It was an honor for me to be involved in his campaign and to do the things that I was able to do by going to 2 conventions. He was a good man as president. He was a good man in his post-presidency, still a good man. And when he does leave, he'll be remembered as a good and decent man.
Now, this poster I have in my hands is an actual poster from Carter's campaign trail, and Michael says it was truly inspiring seeing the personal side of a former president who gave a young 22-year-old experiences that many dream of. Incredible story.
All right, thank you, Dylan.